We thought we knew the answers to this until fairly recently, and we sent a survey out to 50 selected clinicians to talk to them about how well served they were in their jobs and what difference mobility might make to them. We discovered within about a week and a half that 1,500 people had responded to that survey because the 50 felt so strongly about it that they shared it with their colleagues. And those 1,500 people told us that most of them would be relaxed about using their own technology. Most of them acknowledged that it wasn't a straightforward issue of flicking a switch, so they recognised that there was a bit of work that was going to have to be done in taking them there. But overwhelmingly in favour of using mobile devices. They were quite agnostic about what that mobile device might be because, Apple has become, as you know, a bit like a Mulberry handbag, as I say, locally. People, when you ask them, tell you, if you said there's a handbag from Marks and Spencer's and there's a Mulberry, what one do you want? Well, they'll take the Mulberry because it's fashionable, but it's not any more functional than the other one. And I think, to my surprise, people recognised that and perhaps wanted to leave it to us to tell them what device was best for them, as long as it was functional and enabled them to access things quickly and intuitively. So there's a relaxed attitude in our population to what the device is. We then started to have a debate internally about whether bring your own device was something that we should do now. I think our attitude to that is that we're going to put mobile devices out there, and parallel with that we're going to assess whether we can allow people to use their own devices over time. We don't want to be managing the overhead of a bring your own device regime at the same time as we introduce the technology, but we think it's inevitable, absolutely inevitable, that in 5 years' time we won't be dishing out devices routinely to most of our clinical staff. They'll have an appetite for using their own devices. We will hopefully by then be using a more kind of app-based approach to accessing services anyway, so the management overhead will be have a different profile to that which it currently has. At the moment it's very much bound up in the applications we use. In future, I suspect we're going to be able to, conceptual level, have our own application store, and we're going to enable people with the right permissions to download apps that are relevant to their role in the organisation, such that they can get access to the data resource which we have, and which they, on a role-based access model, will be interested in.